C8 Paint, back at you with another video. And in today's video, I am going to show you how to take the glove box out of off of your Can-Am Ryker to take it off. And then I'm gonna go through what I'm trying to install are these heated hand grips by SHOWCHROME. So I'm gonna go through that. Gonna go through how to do the install. I kind of screwed them up messing with some things or whatever. Actually, a friend came through, never operated the bike. We were gonna go ride. I was gonna ride on my second bike. He was gonna ride on Spider-Man, right? He turned the throttle too much and messed up one of my heated hand grips. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button. But going over the heated hand grips, hey, these things are awesome. And I'm telling you, especially at nighttime in Chicago, when I go into the city, you know, it might be 80 degrees, 85 degrees, but coming out of the city at like 7, 8 o'clock at night, it started to get kind of chilly. Or if you're over by the lakefront, when I put on these heated hand grips, it's at another level, people. It has about 5 settings. It has 5 settings to it. And one of the settings, level 5, if you got all the lights lit up, it's hot. So, and they really come in handy. I don't have to put on gloves or anything. It's no different than having a heating steering wheel in your car. Please go to Big Bike Parts or go to slingmod and order these SHOWCHROME accessories, the heated hand grips. I promise you, you got 5 settings. There they are right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just hit the button. Awesome. So to get these installed, what I got to do is, or what I've done so far, I've taken these pins out where the gas cap is, taking the 2 pins out on this side. I've taken the pins out here. I've taken the pins out here. I have to unscrew the screw that I'm not even sure if you could see it right there. I've already taken that one out, and I have to now take this one out on the other side. This way, I'll be able to take the whole glove compartment, pull it up and take it off. And just under there is where all these wires for the heated hand grips, that's where they're gonna go. That's where a lot of your wires go. So I'm doing all this to say, a lot of people are very afraid to do some of the installs themselves. You save money doing the install yourself. So ladies, get you some tools. You could do this install. These installs are very, very easy. The thing I like is I usually use this a lot for the pull pins to get the Riker loose, get the plastic loose. And then you got the different wrenches like this. You need this one. And then there's another one that I have. So I just need a couple of sets of tools to get this out. This job, just to put these on, is probably less than 15 minutes. So let me kind of speed up a little bit to just knock some of this out. And then I'll come right back to you in 1 second. So I got all the screws out. So all I'm going to do is I lift up on this. The whole thing moves, right? So I got to take these off. Take these the rest of the way off. You don't have to take them off, but I do. It just makes it easier. It comes straight off once you have all the pins out. Now, as you can see, this thing is really loose now, right? So I'm supposed to press down on these 2 pins that are up here. It's 2 pins right here. Press down on them at the same time, and I pull the whole thing out. So I'm going to do that real quick and come right back. So once I got the glove box out, as we can see, I have to remove these 2. Right, real easy for me to remove them. I'm strong enough to do it. Remove the other one, and it's out. That's just for the for your plug-in, your cigarette lighter plug-in or whatever that's inside of here. That's for that. So I unplug that. Here's the whole darn glove box. It's out. Pretty sweet, right? Got the glove box out. And this is what it looks like inside of, under your glove box. So we got the pieces to make your cigarette lighter work. Right here is the whole SHOWCHROME heated hand grip accessory parts or whatever. So I need to replace one. They're easy to do. So one of these is the left, one of these is the right, the throttle, and then the other one. I just have to plug this in to figure out which one is the throttle, which one is the other one. Real easy, nothing job. Then I have to, I keep zip tying everything, so I have to disconnect this one, and go on up, come under here, and basically keep doing it to disconnect all of them to try to get it apart. And then once I'm done, I'll zip tie it back together. So real easy job. I got to take all this off. So I got to take off this. I got to take off the mirror. I have to disconnect this. I have to take it all off. When you put it back together, if you make this too tight, when you come off the gas, when you come off the throttle, the bike will not slow down. When you come off the throttle, the bike will just keep going on you. If you tighten this too tight, the entire bike will just keep riding on you. So what I mean is, when you go from 0 to 60, it won't go all the way down to 0. It'll stop at 15. It might even stop at 50. So you have to make sure that you leave the throttle enough room to, as I call it, to kind of bleed, so it doesn't keep it going. So I saw somebody, they tried to install something that was similar to this, and it wasn't a SHOWCHROME one. They tightened this too tight on the hand grips. They forgot that their parking brake was still down. So for whatever reason, they hit the throttle one time, the bike took off because it was stuck in this position. They didn't have time to react to hit the brake, which is down here. The bike took off and hit a car. So you got to be careful with kind of like some of these installs or whatever. I don't want to obviously scare anybody. It's an easier install than that, but I'll come back with you guys in a minute. I'm going to start trying to figure out which one is the one to this side, so I can get it replaced. I also have to take this whole system loose. I have to take that loose, and so I can fit the new throttle in there. So I got to fit this new piece. I got to put it in there overall, right? So the whole thing comes out. So I'll be right back with you with some more instructions. All right, y'all. So I'm back, and I got to take these 3 screws basically out of the throttle, out of this portion of things, to get the throttle piece out. A lot of screws, man. Ryker, sometimes people always tell me, they'll be like, well, how much work do you really do on your Ryker? I do some of the work. Man, this stuff is so tedious at times, just messing with all of this. I just don't feel like doing it. So I take it to my boy at A-Town Garage, my boy Anton, or I take it to Jim Potts or wherever dealer I'm taking it to, or I take it to iMotorsports. A lot of tedious work here. I've had to take the hand guard off. That's the hand guard sitting right here. I've had to take so much stuff apart just to change out or put on one side, but it's worth it because these heated hand grips are worth it 100%. So I'll try to speed this along for a second, but yes, I got to take this off. I got to open it. This is going to come out. I got to put the new one in, line it all up, put the screws back, put the mirror back on, put the other part back on. A lot of work. Then put the hand guard back on. A lot of screws, and you got to have some type of organization to it or you'll be confused as heck. So let me try to speed it up for a second. I will be right back with you in 1, 2, 3. All right, y'all. So we got everything hooked up. Everything is hooked up and ready to go. Put them together. All that's right. I've already tested it, turned it on. The heated hand grips are working correctly. I just got to put all this stuff back together, and the job is over with and done. So again, I don't know how much the dealership would have charged you to do this. Some people probably would have charged $50, $60, alley little mechanics or whatever. But man, a lot of this stuff you could just do yourself. It's real easy. They got videos out there for everything. And then once you start working on this and you learn how to take one thing apart or whatever, then you know it when you get like another product that you're trying to put on. So get in the comment section. Let me know what questions you have about the heated hand grips. Let me know what questions you have about the front or glove box install. Let me know All right, y'all, so the job is all wrapped up. The glove box is back in. Probably the hardest part I had trying to take this apart to put the glove bags back in was just this little piece in here, because it's like a little rubber thing in here that's kind of in the way. I got a couple of zip ties that I need to cut, but other than that, we are all back up and going. So please hit that subscribe button. Did it outside today. The sun caught up with me. I decided not to do it at the garage, so I went to one of the other properties to do it outside and just have a fun day trying to wrap all this up. And it got too hot for me, man. I was just sweating like a pig out here trying to put these heated hand grips on. It's so funny to say it was what, 85 degrees today, and I'm putting on heated hand grips, right? But they pay off during the nighttime. So hit that subscribe button. Go to SHOWCHROME, go to Big Bite Parts, go to slingmod, go to SHOWCHROME, and get your heated hand grips. Get your heated hand grips, y'all. They look beautiful. They're awesome. If you have questions about how to take that glove box off or how to install these heated hand grips, just send me your questions to c8pate@gmail.com. Until next time, my friends, C8Pate out.